Tiger sharks don't always know what food is until they bite. That's why they've been found with some weird stuff in their stomachs, and why they're known as the garbage cans of the sea. But that nickname might be less of an insult and more of a survival strategy. Tiger sharks have an insanely wide diet. They'll eat fish, rays, squid, sea turtles, seabirds, other sharks, and even dead whale carcasses. Tiger sharks are known to eat anything, more than most sharks, because they are big, widespread, opportunistic generalists with teeth that are built for variety. They hunt, scavenge, switch food sources as they grow, and investigate a huge range of possible meals. That combination is what gives them the garbage can reputation. Basically, if it's in the ocean, it's an option. And that is not exaggerated, because their reputation comes from some really weird stuff. Tiger sharks have been found with things like license plates, old tires, cannonballs, and garbage in their stomachs. But this is a real list of things that have supposedly been found in their stomachs. And this isn't tiger sharks being dumb. Their reputation for eating about anything is actually one of their biggest strengths. But the real question is why? Because to understand why tiger sharks will eat almost anything, we have to look at how they figure out what something is in the first place. Tiger sharks don't exactly swim around with a menu in their head. The ocean is huge. It's not like a grocery store where all the food is neatly labeled. They investigate. They use senses like smell and sight to find things that might be food. And if something looks interesting, smells interesting, or is just floating around like a possible free meal, a tiger shark might check it out the shark way, by biting it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
For a tiger shark, biting can be part of the investigation. It's not always this perfectly planned attack. And because tiger sharks are also scavengers, that opens up their menu even more. If you're too picky, you might miss a meal. But if you're a tiger shark, you're willing to test almost anything and give yourself way more chances to eat. My nephew Cade would suck at being a tiger shark. Sorry, buddy. But this strategy only works if you're built to handle what you bite. And tiger sharks definitely are, especially when it comes to their teeth. Their teeth are broad, sharp, and heavily serrated. They're less like needles and more like steak knives. And one of their favorite meals, sea turtles. Now that doesn't mean every turtle shell gets treated like a potato chip, but those teeth help tiger sharks cut into prey that a lot of other predators would struggle with. That's part of what makes them so adaptable. A great white feels like a weapon built for one terrifying job, while a tiger shark feels more like a multi-tool with teeth. And that's the point. Suddenly, that garbage can of the sea reputation starts to make a lot more sense. But teeth are only part of the story. The real reason tiger sharks are so successful is they don't rely on just one food source. Now you might ask, how did they even get their name, tiger shark? It's not the best name, not the worst name. Young tiger sharks have dark, vertical bars along their bodies, kind of like tiger stripes. But as they get older, those markings usually fade, which is kind of disappointing. But even with fading stripes, tiger sharks are absolute units. They're the second largest predatory shark in the ocean, only behind the great white shark. They can reach around 15 to 18 feet long, and the biggest can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. And tiger sharks are found in warm waters all over the world. They can show up around shallow coastal areas, bays, reefs, river mouths, and even in the open ocean, but they do prefer warmer waters. That matters because a shark with that kind of range has a menu from around the world, kind of like going to Epcot. So when you combine their size, their range, and their willingness to investigate stuff, you might get the ultimate generalist predator in the ocean. So, are tiger sharks dangerous to humans? Yes, of course they are. These are big, powerful sharks with serious teeth, and they spend time in coastal waters where people often hang out. The tiger shark is on the Mount Rushmore of dangerous sharks. Also included is the bull shark. They're known to be aggressive and can even hang out in fresh water. And also the oceanic white-tip, which is known as the shipwreck shark. And at the tippy top of the mountain is the great white shark. The Mount Rushmore of dangerous sharks was my idea, and I'm pretty proud of it. But let's go back to 2003 for one of the most famous tiger shark attack stories. Bethany Hamilton was 13 years old and surfing off Kauai when she was attacked by a tiger shark. The shark bit once and took her left arm. And that is terrifying, but it also shows the real danger with an animal this large. One bite from a tiger shark can be life-changing. And Bethany's story is also famous because of what happened after. She survived, recovered, and returned to surfing. Bethany Hamilton gets the force of nature stamp of badassery. And then they even made the movie Soul Surfer from Bethany's story. But this is where we have to be careful. Yes, tiger sharks are dangerous, but dangerous does not mean evil or out to get you. They are not out in the ocean trying to hunt humans, mostly. But shark bites are still rare. And most of the time, tiger sharks are just doing what tiger sharks do, hunting and looking for food in a huge, messy ocean. So yes, tiger sharks are dangerous, but also super dope and should absolutely be an animal we respect. Tiger sharks are called the garbage cans of the sea. But after all that, I don't think their nickname is really an insult. Do you? What's your favorite thing about tiger sharks? Or what shark would you like me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. And a tiger shark's diet really matches my catchphrase. Nature is random and chaotic. I will see you next time.